volume producers, cans that don't want to kick on them. And these awesome people from Texas, and what an honor it is to have two rock and platinums leading the way. So they're going to give you 20 minutes of, dare I say it, and fuego. From Houston, Texas, platinum consultants, Charles and Pam.
Well, good afternoon, winners. Good afternoon. Okay. My friend Quincy said I've been hanging around Rick Murphy too much. Come on, guys. Is that how he says it? Come on, man. I want to say, good afternoon, winners. We are excited about being here. We're excited about Nikken 2.0 and about us becoming 2.0 because we want to grow into whatever God's got in our future. You know, we prayed a long time about the steps that we were going to make in our journey. This is our picture up here, I guess, from this morning. I worked that. There we are, there's us. And we really worked in the corporate world. I had a photography studio for 38 years. It was a very successful business. Pam taught choir for 25 years. And she was at the top of her game. There were sold out concert at Carnegie Hall. I mean, this woman is, she rocks as a music person. The thing is, we accomplished all those goals, but we were still handcuffed to a business or to a job. Back in 1972, I got married, and I was married for 25 years, and I lost my wife to cancer in 1997. In 1994, we moved into a brand new state-of-the-art studio. It was successful. It was a lot of employees, a lot of really great business going on, and we were making a great living. But in 1994, when she contracted cancer, she lived until 1997. We had no idea this technology existed. What we could have done, Pam and I have talked about that before, what we could have done if we had known about this. So our mission is to get out and tell everybody that we know. What we discovered is that Cindy and I were working toward freedom. We were working toward a life of freedom by working so hard. In fact, we worked so hard that our kids wanted to have nothing to do with the photography business because they saw us working day and night, handcuffed to a business without that freedom. So after Cindy died and I was single for a while, God blessed me with Pam in 2003. I'm so blessed that she is in my life. She is amazing. The freedom that I always had in my head but never had. And I didn't want us to go down the same track that I had gone in the past and make the same mistakes that I had made by not getting out and enjoying that freedom. So we were looking for a plan B, something else, because photography was changing with technology. Even as successful as we were, it was changing. In the music world or in school with fine arts, corporate world was changing, and they weren't appreciating high talent. They were wanting the bottom line to be as cheap as they could get teachers is what they wanted. To the fact that a lot of that story in a second, but it's just the point that we wanted that freedom, we weren't getting it. So we got our knees and started praying about some kind of plan B, something else that would give us that freedom. And we love what's happening right now with all the changes. You know, change is not something that people accept very easily. We don't like change very much. In fact, it's funny that we were this close to President's Club when they announced, we're not going to do President's Club anymore, we're going to change that. But our belief in Nikken was so strong it didn't matter. So long ago when Ben said about, you didn't get this thing planned, we're going to change that probably. It really didn't bother us, really. It doesn't bother us. Whatever you do is fine. Because we know that every change they make is for our good, our better. It's just getting bigger and better. In fact, when we came into Nikken 3.5 years ago, we came in with a product experience that really helped Pam with her wrist and things that were going on with her. And then it helped friends of ours that we saw that were dealing with pain and discomfort. So we got into us what it was all about. Nikken actually got into us is what it's all about. So I wanted to go through this. These two right here are why now. These are two brand new grandbabies. And little Bronson there is 11 months old and Jeff 11 weeks old. We're just so excited about being grandparents. I know you think we aren't old enough to be grandparents, but anyway, that's okay. But anyway, we love those two kids right there. This is Janet, a medical checkup. This is the way people look when they go to the doctor. That's the expression they have. This guy's a pretty good doctor, but people don't like doctors. They don't like going there and trying to do something to fix those elements. And the great thing about Nikken is that Nikken is, if you're in Nikken and Nikken is you're utilizing the technologies, you don't have to go see that guy very often. That makes it really nice. You have that freedom too. I wanted to have everybody that was in the military stand for a second. You were in the military? Oh, any round. Oh my goodness. Let's give it a hand. Because this freedom is what it's all about. People came here a long time ago to escape tyranny and find that freedom. People today in the United States still are in bondage because we are under the thumb of pharmaceutical companies that want to control our lives. Doctors can't do what they like to do, what they got medicine for, because they're being told what to do and how to do it. We want to get past that. We want to get to a point where they can enjoy that freedom. We're going to skip something real quick.
Life shows up. I love what Ben said earlier. You have a truck and you're thinking you're going one way, and I got called into, this is when we had been in Nikken for 2 years. Wonderful product, use specs. That was the story, and I'll tell you that sometime about my hands, which was great. Still teaching school, and 16 days later, I did not know that our life was going to change. That's when I was called into the school office, and I thought they were going to say, great Christmas concert, have a great weekend, and a great break, and little did I know, on the board was 22 teachers were not coming back the next year, and all head football coach and basketball coach, and everybody that was at the top of the field. It was a private school I was in at that time, so one of their building codes that they were, trajectory was this amount of money. They didn't have it, so you cut this many teachers' top salary that had been in for 25 years plus years. They bring in someone at the bottom of the pay, brand new teachers, which they did. They were able to make their building. I didn't like that feeling anymore. That had happened to me once before in another downsize where that had happened, and so I looked at Charles and I said, okay, is this the time that I look for another job, or we just do this? And that's when we just said, we're doing it. And the one graph, I think that you've got there, this is what I had planned. I'd always told everybody I was going to be, having a wonderful retirement party at the end of the year, and all our kids were going to say, thank you, Ms. Foster, for teaching me, and all these things. And oh my gosh, nothing. This is what happened. Life just does the curves, and you're in the boat, and you're moving every kind of way. So I think we took it, one past what Ben was saying earlier, we burned the boat this time. We just said, we've got to find another way, and we made that decision to go for it. So some daily improvements are definitely the key to staggering long-term results. I'm so glad Ben said, because, we do have that little happy face, join us, this is wonderful, but it's work, but it is a decision, and when you make a decision, and you do those daily steps to continue making it happen, which we all know it does work. Those are some of the skills you can kind of look there real quickly, but listening skills is the key. We both had an advantage here. We had never done network marketing before, but what we did have in our advantage, and this is what I want you to look at your strengths, and if you don't have a strength, find someone that does that and let them help you with it. But we were both in the field with his photography, creating, finding out what that bride wanted. What is her special day that she's always dreaming? So you want to make that come alive. In a classroom, I was always like, okay, this is the song, but if the kids weren't feeling it and we were getting that out there, it's got to be here before they can get that vocally out to the audience and bring them in. That's the experiential thing. So we had those gifts, but the attitude, we had that. We get up every morning, and I tell people, it's like, I think of us as Energizer Bunny. Everybody get that little picture? I wake up and I'm like, go. But then you've got to slow down enough This is where I had to work. Slow down enough when I'm in front of that person to mirror, to listen, to model what they need, hear it, truly hear it, and then ask those questions. Say, what I hear you saying is, because sometimes what we hear or what we perceive is not really what they're saying, right? And so you want to slow down enough to do that. As soon as you have that appointment and you finish, what do? Energize everybody again.
This is a saying by Darren Hardy that says, when it comes to achieving your goals, remember it's not your goal that needs the work we worked on, it's us. So we took that to heart, and we understand that we had to work on us, our skills, our strengths. We had to develop all those things so we can move forward in this business. Be yourself is really a key. You know, we can give you models and we can show you how to do different things, but if you try to do it into a pattern, that's why sometimes scripts don't really work well for a lot of people, because you're trying to read a script that doesn't sound like you. You have to